Hello, let's paint in watercolour, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's a fabulous medium, it's very exciting to work in. Now, if you haven't done it before, don't worry, because we're going to start at the beginning, and don't forget you can take your own time as you work through and practice. One wash that I'm changing all the time. Notice incidentally that the brush is jumping up and down. Remember, I'm grass at the moment, I'm a bit of grass and a hedge and all bits and pieces that move around. This is Hooker's green that I'm using for the green part, but you hadn't need to use Hooker's green, or in fact you hadn't need to use all the colours that I suggest. But I would suggest that you definitely work three colours, the three primary colours, so that you get used to mixing, because this is very important, remember, to learn to mix your colours. Now you can see how this is going. It's just up and down, and look how wet it is. Look at that, can you see? Gorgeous. Now they will all sort of moult together gradually, all these bits and pieces of grass up. Now I just want to put one or two birds in, because they're often around, of course, in landscape, and they're nice to put in our paintings, and they're very simple, just a couple of brush strokes or one as they get further away. Remember that they are getting further away if they're, as it were, coming from down there. Just a flick, they're sort of coming away, and they're smaller. It's amazing what happens if you watch some crows or rooks. Just see how they fly, and in a distance they almost look, let's get a few more, they almost look like falling leaves, just sort of and they're sort of coming away. And because we've got it in perspective, these are small and these are getting bigger, because obviously everything that comes is nearer to us is larger. And so they're flying over there. They could perhaps be a little bit darker, so just add never go over them too much. So just that little bit, because they looked a bit pale near there. And the last bit is just to sort of flick any little bits that you see, just to put that little bit darker edge or darker shadow on it, just to give a bit more form to it. And of course, at this point you could go on forever on a piece of close-up landscape like this on the foreground. You could just go on forever playing with it and building it up gradually, and it gets very exciting doing that. But it depends on your painting and how you want the painting to look in the finish. But that is a very simple way, if you like, of doing a foreground. But simplicity only comes from practice. So you must practice, and you'll enjoy doing that. I'm sure you will. Don't forget though, practice. Now, I'd like to show you one or two paintings that show some of the things that we've been doing earlier on. And this painting in particular, look, all it is three main washes. A wash for the sky, a wash for the buildings, and a wash for the water. And look at the water. The reflections are done just like I did the posts. Remember the posts? And of course the boat as well. And yet it really does look like water. Now, here's another one with water. These yachts in the distance, look how simple they're done, and how simple the reflections are. I've left white paper for the reflections, and the big yacht as well. The reflection of the sail is white paper left, and remember the blue water that we did? Well, this is done exactly the same, leaving bits of white through for reflection, or white light coming on the water, and I've just put some darker tones over here to give the movement of the water. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it for you. But remember, you must practice. Now, even if you practice only half an hour a day, or 10 minutes, in a week you'll see an improvement. And that's important, because you'll be gaining confidence, and the more confidence you get, the better your paintings will be. And of course, the better your paintings, the more you'll enjoy it. You must enjoy your paintings. It's a wonderful thing to do. Why don't you have a go? It's easier than you think.